So today we're going to be talking about solving systems of inequalities by graphing. Okay, so I went ahead and gave you a handout. And so if you look here, you've got three different possibilities. Your first possibility is going to be where you have a solution set here. Now when I say solution set, that's where both are colored. Okay, so in this case, like the purple area. Okay. Here, I don't have a solution set, right? Because there's nothing that's shaded both ways. So this one would like be a no solution. This one here on the end, where's the solution going to be? In the middle, okay, like right here. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be graphing and we're going to be shading, and your solutions are going to be like what's in the middle. So first of all, we're going to start with this one, and you all have a handout so you can follow along. It says y is less than or equal to 6. So first of all, we need to graph the line y equals 6. So let's go back to think about y equals. What type of line is that?
Straight line.
Straight line, okay, so elaborate more. Straight line, I understand that. It's a,
Solid line.
not that one.
Horizontal.
It's horizontal, it's the opposite. So y equals is a horizontal line. So I'm going to put a horizontal line at 6. Okay, so go ahead, draw a horizontal line at 6. And it's going to be a solid line. Does anybody know why it's solid? Because there's an equal sign. So you're going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line at 6.
With a color or no color? Doesn't matter.
So I need to figure out which way do I shade. So it says less than or equal to. So which way will I shade? Below. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and shade the next one. Okay, the next one, y equals -3 plus x, or y is greater than, sorry, not equal. You might see it written like this. So what I need to do, this is in slope-intercept form, so I need to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So what's the slope going to be here? 1. What's the y-intercept? -3. So I'm going to place a dot at -3. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to draw a slope of 1. Okay. So slope of 1 means up 1 over 1. What type of line will I use with this one?
Dash.
A dashed, because there is no equal to sign. Okay.
We shade that in too?
Okay, now what we need to do is we need to figure out which way we're going to shade that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a value. A good rule of thumb is 0, 0 if it's not on the line. If 0, 0 is on the line, you got to pick another one. So I'm picking 0, 0 right now. And I'm going to plug in 0 for x and 0 for y. So if I plug that in, I get 0 here. So I get 0 is greater than what? -3. Is that true? Is 0 bigger than -3? Yeah. So I'm going to shade on the side with that dot. So my solution, if you want to make it darker, your solution is where there's both blue and pink. So it kind of looks like a triangular region. Okay, it's bordered by this line here and this line here. Okay, that's what it is bordered by. Questions?
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Now, do we have to graph on the left?
Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this one, next one. Okay. Y is less than or equal to -3x plus 4. So first thing I need to do is find the slope and the y-intercept. What's the y-intercept here? 4. So I'm going to put a dot at 4. Oops. Dot at 4. What is the slope? -3, so that means I go down 3 over 1. What type of line am I going to use? A solid or a dashed? Solid. Ooh, I got blue. I didn't want blue. Let's change it to pink. There we go. So I need to figure out what side of the line am I going to shade? So 0, 0 is on one side, so I'm going to pick 0, 0. So let's plug in 0 here, and let's plug it in here. So I get 0 to be less than, now you could put the equal to sign, but you only evaluate the inequality when you plug a point in. So 0 to be less than, what value? 4. Is 0 less than 4? Oh, we're lucky again, so we can shade on the side with 0, 0. So right here. Because 0, 0 made that statement true. So let's look at the next statement. Okay, 1, I could switch around the negative 2x and the y and put that in standard form, or I could just add 2x and make that something that I'm familiar with. Okay? Because remember, you can use standard form. Remember, we learned about it in the gold sheet, and you have a way to find the slope and the y-intercept there as well. So my y-intercept here is what? Negative 1. My slope is what? So up 2 over 1. Good. Dashed or solid? Dashed. Okay.
What was the slope?
2. Negative 1. So now I need to pick a point. So let's pick 0, 0 again. So 0, 0 means that I'm going to plug 0 in for y, 0 in for x. So really I get 0 is greater than negative 1. Is that true? Is 0 bigger than negative 1?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to shade on the side with 0, 0 again. So this one, if you look, it's like the left half of an x. Okay, if you've got an x, it's like this left side will be your solution.
So how do you know if it's dotted or not? I know it's not.
It's dotted if it doesn't have an equal to sign. Okay, let's look at another one. Oh, yeah. Okay. So if you look at this, what do I do on that top equation? Let's divide by 4. Okay, so if I divide each of these by 4, I really get y is greater than or equal to what? Negative 3/4 x plus what?
1.
Nice job. So y-intercept is what? 1. Slope is? So that means?
Down 3 over 4.
Yep. Solid, dashed. Solid, good. Okay, so let's plug 0, 0 in. Which way do you shade?
To the right.
I actually don't shade the 0, 0 because if I plug 0, 0 in, I get 0 is greater than 1. So that doesn't work, so I'm going to shade this way. What?
You plug the y-intercept in.
I didn't plug the y-intercept.
How do you know
Zero,
it's 0?
zero. Because I get 0 here plus 1. So then now let's look at the next one. Okay, the next one is in what form? That's in standard form, so I could change it to slope-intercept, or I could just sit there and use my nifty little trick. Remember, the slope in standard form is negative a over b. Okay, so what will it be? Negative 3 over 4. My y-intercept in this case is going to be c over b, which will be -8 divided by, which is -2. So see, if you can remember those shortcuts, it's going to save you some time. So y-intercept of -2, slope of -3/4. So down 3 over 4. What do you know about this line and the pink line? They're parallel. Am I going to use a solid or a dashed?
Dashed.
Dashed. Now I got to figure out what side do I shade. So once again, let's pick 0, 0. So 0, 0 means I'm going to plug in 0 for x and 0 for y. So what do you get on the left side? 0. Is that? No. So which way do you shade? Left.
Down.
Yep. So what do you know about this? This one is no solution. Because there's nothing in common. All right, this very last one isn't going to take us very long, but we're going to look at it just to kind of refresh our memory. Okay? X is greater than or equal to -1. So what type of line is X? Vertical line, solid. So solid vertical line. Okay, because X equals, that is one of those things that you're supposed to remember. You're supposed to remember that X is a vertical line. Which way are we shading, folks?
To the right?
Yep, y to the right. You're right, but why?
Because 0 is greater than -1.
Because it's greater, okay? And all you have to do is think about that. That's a greater than sign, right? So you need to think about what values are greater than -1. Well, that'll be the right. Now this next one says y is greater than 0. This is actually in slope-intercept form. Okay, it's actually, I said y is greater than 0. It's y is greater than x. Okay, but in this case, what is going to be your y-intercept? 0. Okay, what is your slope? 1, because it's the number in front of x. Right, so your slope here is 1, so that means you go up 1 over 1. What type of line?
Got it.
Got it. Good job. Now this next one's going to be a little bit tougher. Oh, bad. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Why is this one going to be a little tougher?
Because you can't use 0, 0.
You can't use 0, 0.
And it,
So let's pick another one. Let's just pick 1, 0, right? 1, 0 will work. So yeah, I'm going to plug in x is 1 and y is 0. So y is 0, and then I just said x is 1. So I get this. Is that a true statement?
no.
No, so what side are you going to shade? Left.
But
What?
what if you had chosen a different point?
It'll still work. You could choose 0, 1, you could choose 2, 0, you could choose 3, 0.
What if you did 0?
That's what I did do.
I'm telling myself off.
Okay. So, all right. So here you go. You have 5 problems for tomorrow. Okay, 5 problems. The graph paper's located in the top drawer, remember? The only thing I ask is that you don't take any more than you're going to need or use. And if you do, just bring it back.